You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe, and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Trick or treat, Lone Star Radio listeners. This is Dick, the general manager, taking this quick moment to remind you that Lone Star Community Radio is looking to fill some of our talk show slots along with some of our DJ slots. We have a new show airing on the 10th, Making Connections with Stacey Harris, which will air every second Tuesday of the month at 1 p.m. Make sure to check it out along with our other programs on Lone Star Community Radio. For more information on Lone Star Community Radio, visit us online at irlonestar.com. And again, if you're interested in doing something with us, call the station, 936-647-3776. Thanks for checking out this recording, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Good afternoon. This is Dr. Carlos Sanchez. This is the Hispanic Chamber Connection live radio show for members of the Woodlands-Conroe, Vintage Park, Katy, the Heights, and the Galleria Hispanic Chambers of Commerce. Basically, the mothership is called the Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. And we have little satellites that are out there that are growing very, very quickly. In fact, we are one of the fastest growing Hispanic chambers in Texas. Our next big venture, which we are proud to announce, is going to be in the Greater Lake Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. That's going to be out in the Humble area, Kingwood, and in that part of town. Atascosita, I think it's called Atascosita, and etc. So we continue to grow. We continue to make a difference with small business, and we're very happy to be here today. We have a special guest today. We have a great program prepared for you, but our special guest this morning, or this afternoon rather, is a young lady who runs her own company, but at the same time she's part of a bigger company. She'll explain. She is Alex Castillo, or properly said, Alejandra Castillo. Alejandra, thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
And good afternoon, everybody.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, that is Alejandra Castillo. She will be part of our program today. And of course, we have our producer and the extraordinary engineer and the man of the hour, Mr. Jake. I don't know his last name, but we'll just call him Jake Rodriguez. Jake.
How's it going, guys?
Good afternoon, Jake. Is your last name Rodriguez? Will you say it is?
No,
maybe not.
I'm sorry. It's French, not Spanish.
What is your last name anyway?
Lafleur.
Oh my God.
It's French.
Very nice.
Very fruity. Right? Lafleur. It's the flower. The flower.
The flower. Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
See? I know something of French.
That's good.
Anywho, thank you again, and thanks for all your good work, Jake. I know that you might not be here next week. We're not sure.
It's an ongoing process. I enjoy having you here and getting to do y'all's show, but yeah, I'm also ready to leave.
There you go. So he's ready to book. So we'll jettison Jake as soon as possible. Just right now, he's still here. We're thankful he's here, and that's the work. Okay. So we have a few things that I wanted to talk to right off the bat, Alex, if you don't mind. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the chamber and some things. We tell this, I don't know if it's a story, if it's an anecdote or what it is, but bottom line is, when we started this Chamber of Commerce 1 year and 6 or 7 months ago, I basically did it out of frustration. You know, most big things in life happen out of frustration or out of you being unhappy with a circumstance. And here's how it went. About, what was it? I don't know. 2 years ago, I went to, 3 years ago, I went to a Chamber of Commerce, which shall remain nameless, but they're right here in the Woodlands. And I basically, you know, they're nice people. They're really nice people, you know. And I showed up and I paid, and they gave me an acrylic plaque and a kick in the pants. And they said, you know, if you want to come back and get attention and help your small business prosper, that's not really what they do, you know. So I kept going back and going to meetings, but it was just so impossibly big and so difficult that after paying $1,800, I just became frustrated, you know. And I said, okay, this is not working for me because I couldn't find the way to make my business work. Not part of it, most of it was me, but I did depend on the professionalism of a chamber, because I've always known if you want a business to be successful, you do need to belong to a Chamber of Commerce, because chambers of commerce are designed to help business prosper. All right, so that one didn't work out, and I said, okay, well, I'm Hispanic. Last time I looked, so I'm going to go downtown. Right? I want to go downtown and check out the other one, the big one, the mother of all chambers, because they say they have more members than anyone, but it's the Houston Hispanic Chamber.
Yes.
They're on the 22nd floor of a high-rise downtown. So I go downtown, and I made an appointment to talk to the president and whatever. I stood in their lobby for 40 minutes. Nobody would talk to me. Nobody would even look at me. It was a weird feeling. I came from Mexico, and part of the reason why I wanted to live in the States was because that feeling of when people make you feel like you're meaningless. In general, it doesn't happen as much in America as it does, or it's never happened to me as much as it does in Mexico and Latin America, where they are really classist. I was too tall and too white and too weird. Well, in Mexico, that's a big deal because discrimination is as bad as it's ever been. So anyway, in Mexico, I thought, I don't need this anymore. I'm moving to the U.S. Mm-hmm. But I felt that feeling of being made to feel that I wasn't welcome, even though I had money to join. Right? So on my way down the elevator, I said, you know what? I'm going to start like the ultimate small business chamber of commerce. What these people are not doing, I'm going to do. So I'm going to give small business owners attention. I'm going to give them the best services, the best things that they can afford, and I'm going to be sure that I'm accountable to them to help them out. And so that's how the chamber started. Now we have 320 members in less than 2 years. So, it's growing very, very fast. And it's all thanks to, I guess, the attitude of there's a better way to be successful with the Chamber of Commerce. And I think we found some of that. So you went to the lunch today, Alex.
Yes.
Over at Another Broken Egg here in the Shenandoah area.
Yes.
What did you think of the lunch?
I think you are doing an amazing job.
Did you like the lunch?
The lunch was delicious.
No, that's not what I mean. Were you able to talk to people? Were you able to just hang out and make friends?
Yes, actually, everybody's, the ambiance is very, very positive. Mm-hmm. Everybody's very receptive and eager to listen to everybody else's business and set appointments mm-hmm. and do business amongst each other.
So that's a big deal.
Oh, it's a huge deal. And then, and also, of course, recommending, referring. Mm-hmm. Referrals are amazing, mm-hmm. Especially if they're warm. Everything is warm.
Okay,
they know you.
We have warmth.
Yes.
That's exactly what I didn't get at other chambers of commerce. See, that's actually why we do meetings like this. We have meetings all over town, and they're all as warm, even if they're not as populated, because this meeting here has 40 to 50 people every week. So it's a very busy meeting here at Another Broken Egg. We do a Thursday meeting, which you've gone to in Vintage Park. Yes. And that one is about 20 people, and it's good. It's a very good meeting. It's very warm. But we make it a point that our members talk to one another and that it's member focused and that we're not trying to, like if you go to other chamber events, they're so big and so, focused on a big company and, so you don't get the same environment where you can actually do business. So people show up. I've gone to some of these events where for 2 hours straight, people are giving their commercial. I don't know if you've ever experienced that snoozer before. Have you ever gone to that thing before? Anyway, yes. Other chambers, right? So
yes.
Bottom line is, and nothing against them, they just have a different market. They're not us, and I don't expect to or want to be them because the way I see it, we have each our space, and there you go. There's another chamber close by. Remember, we're in Conroe. There's a chamber close by mm-hmm. who, when we started meetings here in Conroe, we were going to a place called Chocolate Passion, which is right up the street. Have you ever been to Chocolate Passion?
I've never
Anyway, it's a restaurant it's a kind of a restaurant. They have their specialization, their specialty is chocolate. So we're having meetings there. We're having food. It was a really nice setup and all. But people from other chambers would come just to look at us. Not to eat, not to talk to us, just to look at us. Staring.
They want to see what you're about.
No, they want to try to intimidate. They want to act like, like that. Like asking, who are these people? So when they would stare at me, I would just take pictures of them. And they went away. Because they're cowards. When people do stupid things like that, they're cowardly. They're not there to confront you. They're just there to make noise, So they went away. But that told me something about some of the environments that we're in, that you're not always welcome because of the wrong reasons. If you look at our demographics, if you look at what we're doing here, we're very necessary, or we wouldn't have grown as fast. We wouldn't be growing as fast as we're growing. So we're needed. It's just that there's other people who are bureaucrats or who think that they deserve or are entitled, who don't like it. Anyway, bottom line is, that's my spiel on other chambers. At one point, we will be just as big as them, and I hope I don't become them, which I'm not going to. I'll never allow that, to become like that. Go ahead.
I don't think any of the members will allow it.
I agree. I know. They all have attitudes, too. So, so bottom line is, today was lunch, and we're very happy with our lunch. Last night, though, you missed a big meeting. We were expecting you, and we actually saved your space at a place called La Cocina de Roberto.
Yes.
It's a Mexican restaurant here on Sawdust here in the Woodlands. Great food. Have you ever tasted their food? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's crazy, very good. Yes. It's among the best, easy Mexican food I've tasted. Anyway, at La Cocina, we had last night an event called Latinas Without Borders. It's no big deal. It's nothing about walls or borders or whatever. Leaders Without Borders is the name of my company previous to joining the chamber. And the book I wrote is called Leaders Without Borders. But that's based on things like Doctors Without Borders, being international, being able to work with different cultures. Anyway, we had Latinas last night. And a lot of different ladies were together because it's a ladies' success group, a chamber ladies' success group. And they were talking about success and things like that. Now, you've achieved a pretty good amount of success within your career. And you're well known among many of our members for being a whippersnapper, being, that you're very busy, that you're always working, that you're very successful and things like that. Have you found it challenging to be Hispanic, single mom, working on your own company and stuff? I mean, has that been a bigger challenge for you? What's been the biggest challenge that you've found?
I think that if I put that as one of the challenges in my head, then it will be considered a challenge.
Sure.
So I try not to look at it in that way.
Okay.
So if there's any other challenges that I come across, I would hope that they are technical, something that I can easily overcome. And but I just don't really put it in my head.
So now you heard it, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Castillo's only challenge is there is no challenge. It's all in her head.
Yeah,
that's cool. That makes sense. Okay.
If I put a positive, outlook on the everyday tasks that I have, that I overcome.
Sense. Thursday we have lunch at Vintage Park. You've been to that lunch before. It's at Spring Creek Barbecue off 249 and Jones, in the Vintage area, Tomball. You come to that meeting. So what contrast? I mean, what do you see as a difference between one meeting and the other? The amount of people, for sure.
Yeah, the amount of people maybe, but the ambiance is the same. Everybody is just, like I said, everybody just is eager to know what it is that you do and how can I help you and how can you help me and so forth. So it makes it like I want to be there.
Sure. Okay.
I want to join. So I want to make sure that I am there. Like
I noticed you joined very quickly.
Yes.
I could have charged you a lot more. You would have still paid. But anyway.
Thank you, and I appreciate that very much.
And thank you for joining. But then there's something else. Okay, now on Friday we have breakfast in Katy. You've never gone to that one. Hopefully you can come visit us in Katy.
Yes.
And then on Mondays we have other things. But those are the big events we have this week. It's Thursday in Vintage Park and Friday in Katy. So we're talking with Alex Castillo. Why did I say Alex Garcia? Who do I know? It doesn't matter.
It just kind of rhymes a little bit,
Alex
I think.
Castillo. It's hard to say. People call it Castillo.
Yes, I say Castillo sometimes too.
So Ms. Castillo, when we come back from break, we're going to talk to you a lot more about your company and the things you do at Beyond and go from there, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Looking for a bilingual insurance company in the Montgomery County area? Since 2006, the Amell Agency is a family-owned insurance agency, and it all started with Leonard Amell. Now working with 3 full-time agents offering home, auto, life, and umbrella insurance, the Amell Agency works with you to provide the insurance you need. Whether it be for your business or personal needs, they put that need first. The Amell Agency of the Woodlands is open Monday to Friday from 8 to 5. Call today at 832-299-6640 or email them anytime at info@amellagency.com to answer any of your questions. For more information on location and inquiries, look up Amell Agency online at amellagency.com. The Amell Agency, Montgomery County's bilingual insurance agency.
Attention movie lovers, The Ticket Stub is a new radio show servicing Montgomery County that is meant for you. The Ticket Stub is available live every Thursday at noon on FM 104.5 and 106.1, as well as anytime on irlonestar.com. Connor and Dick will let you know what's coming out in the theater, what is worth streaming, and what's going on in the world of film. The Ticket Stub, your home for movie talk.
Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question, comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station on irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
And we're back dancing. This is Dr. Carlos Sanchez with the Hispanic Chamber Connection Radio Show.
You should see Alex right now. She's going nuts over there. She's dancing like a fool.
The big show. thing is, though, people can hear you and they can also see you if you tune in to our website. It's irlonestar.com, or you can see it on various formats. So you'll see Alex dancing, and Carlos dances as well. So there you go. Do you like to dance, Alex? I mean, do you ever go out dancing?
I like to dance.
Really? So, like, what kind of places do you go to? Because I've been thinking about it. I mean, go hang out, salsa, whatever.
You know what? I think dancing is very liberating.
But, okay, I don't need the liberation. I just kind of need to go check it out. But where do you go? Are there some places, nice places, or no?
Well, I would hope they are nice, yes. Somewhere, I don't know, it just depends.
Okay, so you just dance forever.
Yeah,
you're a girl.
like right now there's music, so I'm dancing, so.
Okay.
And I feel very liberated right now.
Very good. And that music is special. Anyway, well, before we continue, I'm here with Alex or Alejandra Castillo. Mm-hmm. She is with Beyond. That's the name of the company.
Yes.
And so she's our guest today, and we're talking about just different things regarding success and regarding being Hispanic and being in the marketplace and how we compete or don't compete with our counterparts of other companies, et cetera, et cetera. So we're talking about things like that. This radio program has as its purpose, really, it's educational, it's inspirational. We want our listeners, who are mainly our members and their friends, to know that there is such a thing as Hispanic success, and there are people in our community who are very intelligent, they're very well schooled, they run companies, and they are people just like everyone else, and they are not the typical stereotype. I love that about myself and about the chamber and the things we do, because I know I'm not stereotypical. I like it when people see my name in writing, and then they see me face to face, because it makes it's weird. When they see Carlos Sanchez, they think one thing, and then when they see me, they're like, they don't know what to think, because I think I'm kind of racially ambiguous. You know what that is? Well, by looking at me, you can't tell. You can't tell I'm Hispanic. I was at Starbucks yesterday with a friend, with Darren Morris. Darren Morris is our executive director of the Galleria Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Darren Morris is, Caucasian. Right. So you don't have to be Hispanic to join our chamber. Our executive directors are not all Hispanic. Nonetheless, we're in Starbucks. And the girl that was taking our order started saying something about her being half African-American and half Peruvian or something. And so I just, as a joke, asked her, what do you think I am? Mm-hmm. And she said I was Russian. See? So sometimes what? Russian or Italian. They don't think I'm Hispanic right away.
No.
You know what Russians look like?
Yes, I've got...
Like me.
No.
No?
No.
This is the face of a Russian, okay?
Come on. You don't think right away that I'm Hispanic.
I do.
Well, now you do, because you know me.
Well, I know. I knew you were Hispanic because
when you talk,
I hear it right away.
So you're killing it. All right, never mind.
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
Let's go to the next
you look Russian.
topic.
That's just what it
Sure,
is.
Italian stud, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, well, I was going to say I look kind of Chinese, but never mind. So anyway, all right, so bottom line is people they actually do look. Mm-hmm. They look at your height, they look at all the things, and that also becomes a challenge, Mm-hmm. For a lot of folks, it's not, but for many, even in Latin America and in Mexico, people who are lighter skinned tend to be more successful than those that aren't in terms of perception. It's just the way it is. It's an amazing thing how it is worldwide, but that's that way because that's just how people have been conditioned, not because there's any truth to that. Mm-hmm. That's why I like the chamber. That's why I like having people like you here who can actually show the other face and show that we are successful and smart and et cetera, et cetera. So is Beyond a company that you founded? Is it a company that, because I saw you in your card, you say you're a founding member?
I am a founding member.
What does that mean?
Actually, I am very proud to represent my company, not because of what it stands for and the integrity that it entails, but also because it is led by a wonderful man by the name of Bob Carr. And I'm very passionate about what I do. I've been doing business in this industry for a little bit over 10 years. Mm-hmm. So I'm very knowledgeable in different areas. So
what is the company? Is it a private company? Is it something that Bob started?
It is, yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. So the services that we provide are merchant services, payroll, and loans.
Loans?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So that's 3 big, giant buckets.
Yes.
Merchant services. Let's start with that one real quick because I have a bone to pick with merchant services. Right,
oh,
so
gosh. Everybody does. Don't feel bad.
The bigger thing
Get in line.
Well, but as a user and as a chamber president.
Yes.
Oh, man, I had a... Oh, okay. I had a piece of candy in my pocket and it melted, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm just gonna. Okay, so here, check it out. I have a square. Right?
Trader. I'm just
Well,
kidding.
no. I also have other. I have 3 merchant services accounts. The thing is, the one that merchant services companies, please take note. If you're not practical, I won't use you. I love you, and I've signed up with you. But if you don't have something as easy to use as Square, I'm not going to do it. Because if I have to, for example, there's another one that we have, right? That I have to charge the Square thing on the electric and all that. That takes time, and it's not. To me, it's not useful. I use it, but I don't use it as much as I use Square. The third one we have is just a whole other, not too good. You know what I mean? So when it comes to merchant services, I think you have it right in that part of, is it practical or not? Because I'm willing to pay a little bit more for something practical. Today we had 2 people sign up for our Chamber of Commerce. 2 people joined. And it was like that. She said, I want to join. I said, good, give me your credit card. Done. You know? If I would have told her join later, those people don't join.
No.
Right? So the immediacy of something is very valuable. It's very practical. So I just say it out loud. That's how I feel. Doesn't mean it's better. It just means that for me, it works. So that's merchant services. Then it goes directly into your bank account. We know, but the thing is, you guys give really good rates.
It's not just about the rates, because there is a lot of value within our company, especially when it comes to transparency. Everybody loves transparency.
Okay.
And the question is why? Because people trust transparency.
Well, yes.
And then also, we're here to reduce cost as well.
Okay. Yeah, I know you guys reduce costs. And we can talk more about that too. For sure.
And then also streamlining your payments.
Well, that's another thing that I'm telling you. If I trust you, I'm hoping you're not going to raise my rates out of overnight. And I know that you can do it every year or something without telling me.
No, well, a lot of people, they think that is something that companies are able to use, but we don't work like that.
Okay, I know, but it is something that's done.
It is done through Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover, which has nothing to do with the actual company. Those are just regulations that they change every April and every October.
Right. So
and that's just something that we have to abide by.
Right, but it doesn't mean I know. Who's going to tell me? Who is going to inform Carlos?
You should read it in your statement.
There you go. Shoulds are always what get you in trouble.
Well, with us, you will read it in your statements. You will get every single update inside out, and not even that. If the rates are increased, of course, you are responsible.
Okay, there you go. Let's move on.
If the rates are decreased, then you get the decrease as well.
Okay, so let's just continue with something else. You also said you do payroll, right? So we're able to sign up a company, for instance, and tell that company, okay, guys, we'll take on all your payroll, and you do everything from the deductions, all that, yes?
Yes.
Just like other payroll companies do.
It is a very technically robust system that we use.
The payroll system?
Payroll system, and it is simplified.
Okay, there you go. And the third thing is, which right now I'm kind of amazed, I didn't know this, you guys also do loans.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell me about that. For example, I have a friend who wants to buy a big barbecue pit. It's $8,500 for the barbecue pit. Do you guys expedite loans like that? Like small loans, micro loans?
For businesses, yes.
Well, if he has good credit, or how do you do it?
For businesses, we do loans for small to mid-sized business.
But whose credit is it based on?
On the merchant's credit.
Right, so it's my credit. If I want it for my business, it's my credit.
Yes.
So if he has good credit, he can buy his barbecue pit. Bottom line, because you guys can give him a loan, yes?
If he owns a business, yes, we definitely can.
Okay. What if he owns a nonprofit? Same thing.
It's the same thing.
Okay, yeah. Nonprofits are just another name.
Yes.
They have to make money too.
You guys just don't do personal loans, right?
No personal loans.
That's what you were trying to get at.
Yes.
No personal loans. You must own a business.
Yes.
Okay, so there's got to be a legal sort of corporation or something.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So we're here with Alejandra Castillo. She is with Beyond. So that's just the name, straight up, Beyond.
Yes, sir. Because we go beyond for our merchants.
There you go. Merchant services, payroll, and loans. Which is the one that you focus on the most?
I try to focus on all of them evenly. And then, of course, if you decide to get the whole suite, well, then you'll be very... Yes, we call it a suite.
Okay. So if I decide to get the whole enchilada, that's what the Chamber of Commerce would call it, the enchilada.
Yes.
Right? Because I'm hungry too, but...
Yeah.
Then you're basically engaged with the whole... with everything that you guys do.
Yes, all the way around. And, I mean, the great thing is of course, they have one company, one person that they can respond to on every single thing. So it just basically, like I said earlier, it's streamlined.
Okay.
Everything is streamlined.
And so what kind of companies do you guys work best with? I mean, is there a certain type or certain size?
There's no limit to the size. The great thing about our company is we like to, you know how you were saying earlier, like focus, some companies focus more on the huge companies and not too much on the smaller ones. But we'd like to treat everybody fairly, from national accounts to mom and pop accounts. Everybody is treated the same way.
Okay. All right. So they're all important to you guys, for sure. So you're working with a lot of chamber members as well.
Yes.
Have you found yourself able to work with the chamber members?
I am in the process, actually, right now, of working with quite a few members. Everybody's being very receptive, and it seems like it's a really great product that everybody wants to know, okay, well, what is this about? Because I want to try something different. I want to try something new, and I want to work with somebody that I not only like, but that I can trust.
Right. So it's a big deal that they trust you.
Yes.
Off the bat. And that's another thing, because merchant services tends to be one of those things, you know, like you said.
Yes.
There's a certain transparency factor there that if it doesn't exist, I mean, they're messing with your money, you know?
Yes.
And there's nothing more important to any business than cash flow and making sure that it's appropriately deposited when they say, and that they're not messing around with that, you know?
Right.
So it's a big deal.
You're not getting overpriced or where's my money? Like, when are you getting your deposits? There's just different things,
well,
you
for
know?
me, like I tell you, the biggest thing with merchant services is also access. I don't want it to take 5 days before I can access my money. If I got it today, you know, appropriate, 1 day, 2 days, but 3 or 4, that's nuts. Because they're doing something with that.
Yes.
And I'm not the one that can enjoy my money or need my money. Anyway, all right. When we come back, then we're going to talk more with this young lady, Alejandra Castillo, with Beyond, about the services she provides and everything else she does, and more details. So please stay with us, and we'll be right back.
Looking for a bilingual insurance company in the Montgomery County area? Since 2006, the Amell Agency is a family-owned insurance agency, and it all started with Leonard Amell. Now working with 3 full-time agents offering home, auto, life, and umbrella insurance, the Amell Agency works with you to provide the insurance you need. Whether it be for your business or personal needs, they put that need first. The Amell Agency of the Woodlands is open Monday to Friday from 8 to 5. Call today at 832-299-6640 or email them anytime at info@amellagency.com to answer any of your questions. For more information on location and inquiries, look up Amell Agency online at amellagency.com. The Amell Agency, Montgomery County's bilingual insurance agency.
This is Rick, TRC. Every Monday through Friday from 3 to 7, I play today's country hits on my show, Afternoons with Lone Star. The type of music that makes you want to get off your seat, stomp your feet, sing along at the top of your lungs, and not care who hears, on Lone Star Community Radio, Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1, and as always on worldwide, irlonestar.com.
A Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
We're back. This is Dr. Carlos Sanchez with the Hispanic Chamber Connection Radio Show. I'm here with the lovely Alex Castillo with Beyond. Alex Castillo. We've been talking about some things. I just want to make sure that we recap a few of the things we've talked about. One of them is that you're getting business with the Chamber of Commerce. Things are starting to happen for you a little bit, yes?
Yes, sir.
And talk to me more about that. I mean, how have you found the receptivity of our members with your company and all?
Well, the fact that we do presentations at every single one of our events has been, it's taken quite a good effect, you know, on the services that I provide.
So,
and
go ahead.
Yeah, and people just come up to me and they're like, hey, you said something that I need, and we need to sit down and so forth. So I'm very happy about that.
Okay, very good. So in essence, then, what you're trying to say, what I'm trying to understand,
yes,
is that people listen. They're listening, and that's a big deal, guys. If you're part of the chamber, make sure you listen to all of our members because they have a lot of value. I wanted to also touch base real quick, Alex, with that you went to this place called Relief Express, and you described earlier a sensation you got after you got your face fixed up and with what they do. But you also got your body done. Tell me about what you did.
It's a cryo facial.
Cryofacial.
Yes.
From Relief Express.
From Relief Express, and it was amazing. I think it took I would like to think at least 10 years off my face.
Well, I know. I see you now. You look, wow, she looks very young. That's why I asked you.
How did I look
age.
before, sir?
Well, you look busy. You look busy. What did they do to your body? They fixed up.
And then there's also cryotherapy for your whole body.
Mm-hmm.
I know when I walked out of there, I felt like I was floating.
Wow, floating.
Completely rejuvenated inside out, and that's basically what it's supposed to do.
So were you feeling a little bit of pain before you walked in or something?
I really didn't have any pain, maybe just like an everyday stress and so forth, duties, challenges, whatever it is that we have to overcome on a daily basis.
So they made you look very pretty.
Thank you.
So that's very good. Okay, so let's take advantage of this time that we have on the video real quick. Tell us about Beyond. What do you guys do, and who's your typical customer?
My typical customer is anybody that accepts any type of electronic payments.
Okay, so merchant services.
Merchant services, payroll. I mean, we do from small businesses to over 300, 500 employees.
Okay.
There's no limit on that. And then the third, of course, loans.
Okay.
Which we're running a great program. Give me a call if you're interested.
Okay, we should say bless you to our
Bless
producer
you.
who's over there.
Bless
Thank you.
Bless you.
Alex, could you tell people how to reach you, please?
You can reach me at 832-655-3722. If I do not answer, please leave me a message.
What email?
Or an email, alejandra.castillo at getbeyond.com.
Wow, so you can figure that one out, guys. Alejandra.castillo
I'll spell it out.
at getbeyond.com. We're here with Alejandra Castillo with Beyond, and this is the Hispanic Chamber Connection Radio Show. I'm Dr. Carlos Sanchez. So it's great that you guys have so many good things that you can offer the public. And so we talked a little bit about Beyond. Mm-hmm. And not Beyond. Yes, I mean, you gave me some detail about Beyond. So how long have you been with the company? Because you have, I saw that you noticed the kind of merchant services this coffee shop next door to us has. Mm-hmm. So you have experience in this.
Yes, actually, almost every business that I go into, I definitely leave a card or just let them know, that there's options. Every merchant has options out there, and a lot of people, they just don't recognize the type of options that they have and the benefits because there are benefits in merchant services.
Okay, yes, but why would somebody talk to you? I mean, for example, I have merchant services at the chamber, right? And we use it all the time and everything else. I know, because people have told me, Square is expensive, right? Okay. But how do you get into companies to talk to you about their Square, about whatever system they're using? I mean, why would they want to talk to you? Is it really because they can save money?
No, it's not just because they can save money. It's because we provide, like I said, there's other benefits that we provide
like
for the merchants, for the
for the business owner. Like
for the business owners, yes. Transparency.
Making you think. Transparency. Wasn't that what they're supposed to be?
We simplify operations. That's one of our main things. Simplify operations for them.
Well, how simple can it be? Get my Square swipe done.
Okay.
You simplify that?
No, but I can simplify the back end.
Okay.
You can swipe away all you want.
Okay. What's the back end? Tell me about
the back end is basically your deposits. Of course, like I said, deposits, cost.
How about this one? Availability.
Availability. Oh my gosh, we have the best customer service ever. So
availability of funding, of money, dinero.
Availability. Okay, well, availability of the funding. Also, of course, you get it the next day.
Okay. That's a big deal.
That is a huge deal. We are not going to hold your money, of course. And you have your online resources where you can always check your deposits and so forth.
Since we're being very frank and open here today.
Yes.
Who has the worst merchant services out there? I mean, who is the most expensive one? I use PayPal too. Is that a big mistake?
A lot of the times, the company can offer one thing, and then they have representatives that go out there and represent the actual company. So a lot of the times it has to do with the representative, whoever you are doing business with,
Right.
and not because of the company.
So the companies give them leeway.
They
to
get
negotiate.
leeway. Yes.
And they can actually help you, or they can't. It just depends on who the person is.
Yes, or you can always get somebody that's going to say, promise you the world, and then they don't deliver.
Don't get me started on that one, please. That's a whole different topic. But yes, I mean, integrity and the fact that people deliver or not, that's a big deal.
That is a huge deal, because a lot of people, I mean, they go in, they get the business, great, okay, then bye, and you just never really hear from them again. But to me, a relationship with any of my customers is very important.
That's so hard. Do you have support for that? Because even like with the chamber, we have what we said, 320 members, something like that. And sometimes, I mean, I know there's people out there who if I could, I would apologize and send them a check, but I'm not going to do that. I could apologize though, and say, look, I'm sorry that we never touched base with you, because some people join just to quit. That they'll join, they'll come to the chamber meeting today, give me a check and say I'm joining. We give them the thank you, we welcome them, and then they never come back. And then we don't do a lot of outreach to get those people back.
Right.
I know we should, but I just don't. I can't. I wish I could. Because sometimes people do get disengaged.
Right. But I'm pretty sure if they would to come back, it makes you feel good, right? So
they would feel good because they would get value.
Yes, exactly. But some people just don't see the value in it. But on my side, I mean, I just like to make sure that they know that hey, I'm right here.
So do you visit your customers and things? I mean, that's why you're all over the place.
Well, yes.
That was very well put. Yes, that's why.
Yes. So, I mean, even if it's a phone call, even if it's a quick text, hey, how are you doing? How's everything? Just to say, hey.
Sure.
I just have you in my mind, and you need anything, I'm here. So.
Okay. So then that's major too, because I've never ever heard from Square. Period. Never.
Oh, you probably never will.
And I've called them, and I've done some,
Without due respect.
Well, and you know what? We could talk about Square. Either way, it's a free country, and we can say whatever we have to say. And if we get in trouble for it, well, it's up to us.
Well, when it comes to Square, you're small. You're not you're not big enough for Square's personal attention, and I think that's where Alex's company comes in, and they give the little guy the attention they need.
Wow.
Yeah, we give the little guys, the big guys, the middle guys, the skinny.
So Jake is intervening in your favor, so you should just know.
I like that, Jay. Thank you very much for that.
He doesn't always participate, but when he does,
you're welcome. Like
that. See, look at him. Wow. So that's a big deal.
Yes.
Because it's almost the equivalent of what we do with chambers of commerce. It's kind of the same thing, that chambers are so big and they're run by so many bureaucrats and folks that are not business people that they really can't address small business needs. Not to the degree we can, because that's our expertise. So there's a big difference. It's a competitive advantage, and I see that with you guys as well, that you're able to be nimble, and so for sure, if you're listening to us today and you can see Alex on the television, say hello.
Hello.
Or you can hear her voice, say hello again.
Hello.
There you go.
Hello.
Guys, she's highly recommended as our merchant services person with the Chamber of Commerce. She'll explain a little bit more about...
And payroll and loans.
And payroll and loans. See, that's interesting.
Thank you very much.
We'll talk about focus when we come back from break. So when we come back, we'll talk a bit more about the services you provide.
Okay.
More details. We're here with Alejandra Castillo with Beyond, and I'm Dr. Carlos Sanchez, and we'll be right back.
Looking for a bilingual insurance company in the Montgomery County area? Since 2006, the Amell Agency is a family-owned insurance agency, and it all started with Leonard Amell. Now working with 3 full-time agents offering home, auto, life, and umbrella insurance, the Amell Agency works with you to provide the insurance you need. Whether it be for your business or personal needs, they put that need first. The Amell Agency of the Woodlands is open Monday to Friday from 8 to 5. Call today at 832-299-6640 or email them anytime at info@amellagency.com to answer any of your questions. For more information on location and inquiries, look up Amell Agency online at amellagency.com. The Amell Agency, Montgomery County's bilingual insurance agency.
Remember to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on your computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. Lone Star Community Radio, broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
Hispanic Chamber Connections with Dr. Carlos Sanchez, president of the Woodlands-Conroe Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, featuring event announcements, member highlights, and more. Tuesdays at 1 p.m., broadcasting from the heart of Conroe, Texas on irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
And this is Dr. Carlos Sanchez with the Hispanic Chamber Connection radio show for members only of the Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I'm here with Alejandra Castillo. Alejandra is with Beyond, and they do payroll, merchant services, and loans. Now, Alejandra, we were talking about something really important, and I have to say this from the bottom of my heart. I'm so sorry to Cassandra Mays. Cassandra Mays is owner of Salt Remedy, and she and her husband have had this project for some time now. They're a wonderful company. They do, and they bring all the benefits of the ocean to an enclosed environment where you can go in and breathe in all the wonderful properties of Himalayan salts. And it's just a great thing up here on 1488 in Conroe. You were telling me that you're actually going to visit. Tell me a little bit about what you're expecting and what you've talked about, and what do you know about Salt Remedy?
All I know is salt is supposed to work as an exfoliator, and there's nothing wrong with getting exfoliated.
Okay.
And so I'm pretty sure it's got a lot to do with freeing your body of toxins and, all that.
It helps your immune system. It helps your attitude.
Inside out, yes.
And if you need some exfoliation, well, there you go. Alejandra's going to go get that.
And I cannot wait to go.
And Salt Remedy is a wonderful member of our Chamber of Commerce also, and very helpful. And we ran out of memory there, so we're going to just go with whatever it works. Anyway, so Alejandra, you're going to go get exfoliated. When are you going to go?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow during the day? I mean,
10 a.m.
But tomorrow's the 31st. No, tomorrow's the 1st.
The 1st. Today's the 31st.
Okay.
No Shave November starts tomorrow.
No shave, no. Ooh. Okay.
No shave. Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Y'all never heard of No Shave November?
Is that a man thing?
No, I've never heard of it.
It's you do it for in support of prostate cancer for men.
Let's just go with the guys doing the no shave thing. I want to stick to the regular traditions with women.
I'm pretty sure it's a guy thing. I know it's a guy thing.
Okay. So we're here with Alejandra Castillo. Alejandra, we were talking just a little bit about some of the services you do. So the number one service that you provide, I think that the one that at least I know you for, is three major things. Obviously, it's merchant services. It's the other one, which is the middle, which is loans. No, that's the last one.
Payroll.
Okay, so the thing is, those are the three big buckets. I mean, all three of them are big, So how do you guys manage that? How big is the company, and how does that work?
I mean, we're growing every single day. We've grown so much in the past few months, and we're very, very excited about it. And we're definitely have a very strong, skilled IT, customer service, just all the way around. Anything that we can do to better the business operations for the merchants and so forth. So we're always looking for different ideas on how we can benefit our merchants, our business owners.
How big are you, though? How many employees? What kind of a back office do you guys have? Is it pretty big? A lot of folks?
I've never been to the back office.
That's in Dallas, right? Where is it? No. So where's your corporate office? Is it here in the Houston
It is
area?
not here in Houston.
Okay, so it's out of town. Bottom line is, you guys have a big company, a big group of people who back you up,
yes,
and who support you.
Yes.
And okay, all right. So and the bigger thing, like we said, it's not just merchant services, but it's also payroll, yes, and it's also loans of different types.
We have different departments that specialize in each department, in each category.
Each service. So, yes. Okay. And are you guys bilingual?
I am.
So being bilingual, have you found that valuable to you in the industry or in the market?
Claro que sí.
And tell me what way. What do you mean?
Yes.
Why is it so valuable?
It is valuable because we're in a pretty big city, so there's so many different types of ethnicities and so forth. I even caught myself kind of picking up a little bit of Portuguese and Italian, because of my Spanish background, and so I can definitely relate to some of the words, but it does make it a lot easier, especially because of the communication.
Well, somebody was saying today, this morning, we asked her or him, I'm not sure who it was, are you bilingual? They said a little bit. So you've heard of a little bit bilingual before?
Yes.
Right? That like 10%, that they can do some things in Spanish, but not everything.
My thing is, if you don't speak English, I mean, if you don't speak English and it's your only Spanish, a lot of the times you understand it.
Right.
A lot of people understand that they just won't speak it, so.
Right. But, you can't call yourself bilingual if you can't do it. I mean, if you can understand a language, it's one thing, but if you can't interact in that language, then you're really not.
Right.
The reason I say that is because so many people in the market, and you're not this way, but there's so many people in the market who say they're bilingual and they kind of aren't, or they learn some Spanish at home, and so they only know the cuss words and everything that kids learn.
All I know is if I talk to somebody that's learning Spanish, they say slow down because you're talking too fast.
Well, that's because of the coffee you drink and stuff. And plus you're all hyper. Well, but the thing is, if they're learning, and the thing is, I guess what I'm trying to say is that there's all kinds of levels of Spanish that people know. Yes. So to be bilingual, you probably have to ask the person, just how much are you? How bilingual are you? Do you understand the culture? Do you understand those things make you bilingual? Yeah? So bottom line is that the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, we are bilingual. We're 100% bilingual. And entirely at a diplomatic level, we can speak both languages, English or Spanish. Yes. Of course, we'd have to be serious to do that, and that's hard to come by. But we do speak the language. All right. So coming back to a Spanish business owner, Spanish-speaking business owner, let's say a restaurateur here in Conroe, can use your services, and you can provide all this in Spanish so they get it?
Of course. Yes. I translate all the time.
So do you have customers like that?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay. And
I have a lot of Spanish-speaking customers.
Okay. And so are those
English-speaking.
Are those customers being invited to the chamber as well?
I will make sure. I have been putting the word out, though.
Well,
that's you're gonna have to get a bigger place.
Well, for the
events,
for our meetings, the thing is, I know that meeting gets really big, really packed. Today we had at least 40 people, 45 people, and then somebody shows up and there's no seats. I kind of like it that way. I want that reputation that it's full.
It's very personable.
Well, there's something else too. That's ephemeral. I mean, it doesn't last. It used to be other networking groups that used to be really full, and then they shrink and they grow. And for us, we've consistently been getting bigger and bigger because we don't change what we're doing. We're always the same. It's a chamber of commerce. We have our values. This is what we believe in. This is what we do. When you start changing things up and trying to be cool, that's when you mess it up. Anyway, all right. So going back, Alejandra Castillo Beyond. What's the phone number people can reach you at, Alejandra?
832-655-3722.
Were you tapping your feet just now?
832.
No, don't tap. Because I can hear it. It's in my head.
Okay, sorry. 832-655-3722.
Now it doesn't sound the same without the tap.
That's true. Yeah, that was kind of snazzy.
Sorry.
Well, okay. And so you say you work with all sizes of businesses, and the main function of your company is to provide better rates, to provide better resources, obviously better customer service in the areas of merchant services, payroll, and loans.
Yes.
Loans are micro loans. I mean, what's the limit that you guys have? What would be?
We go by the volume of the business.
Okay. So what does that mean at all? If I have a
$5 million business, if your business does $100,000 for the month, that's more than likely that's what you will qualify for.
Okay, so you go something like that. So you qualify them based on what their sales are.
Yes.
So if the Chamber of Commerce has a $5,000-$10,000 monthly income, that's kind of what you look at?
Yes, sir.
That plus, of course, the credit, or do you guys do what Square does and all these other?
We don't do anything that Square does, sir.
Okay. Well, what I mean is, here's what Square does. Square will say to you, your average income is this much, therefore you qualify for a loan for this much, and they will take that loan money and put it right into your account. Just give you the money.
Yes.
And then every time you swipe, you get charged, and you're paying. You're eternally paying. So I don't do that, but
Well, we keep it separate. That way, it doesn't dig into like a percentage, because usually percentage on a daily basis of the volume. So you never really know exactly how much it is on a daily basis. You might have a big day, a slow day, and so forth. So we just do a consistent amount, every time, and it is separate from the merchant services.
Right. Oh, but I can see it though. I mean, it's one of those things. It's automatic deduction.
Yes, it is an automatic.
So that's
deduction.
very cool for you guys and for me. That I don't have to worry about payment. I pay as I go, basically. So that's actually very beneficial. Okay. So if somebody wants to reach out to you, how quickly do you guys process? I mean, is it a pretty fast thing to?
Oh yes, you get funded within 24 to 48 hours.
I get funded. Ooh.
Funded, yes.
So okay, and do you guys do like lines and stuff, or just basically are they straight up loans?
Straight up loans.
Okay. All right. So And you do all this, the paperwork. Is some of the paperwork in Spanish or no?
I have not had any requests for it to come in Spanish, but I can definitely find out for you. But if there's, like I said, if anything needs to be translated, I'm here. I am very bilingual.
Very bilingual.
Very bilingual.
So
yes.
From 1 to 10, how bilingual are you?
10.
Okay. So hablas español.
Being the greatest. Yes, sí.
She's the one and only.
I'm like, yes, sí. Sorry.
Yes, sí.
Yes, sí.
So that's a simultaneous yes in two languages.
Yes.
Well, so
yes,
you know what I mean. You know what I mean. For example, I went to school, high school and college in Mexico. Then I did more college here, and I did other stuff here. But doing school in Mexico, for instance, that makes you entirely bilingual because you have to read and write and stuff like that. And so there's a difference. There's a difference between that and other types of bilinguals. So you're the type like mine, where you
speak, write, and everything.
Read. You understand all the nuance, the bad words, everything.
Yes, inside out.
Well,
well, the ones that I know.
There you go.
So,
and they haven't invented any, so trust me, you know them all. So this is Alejandra Castillo. She's with Beyond. They provide services of this type. They are merchant services, so you get better rates and great customer service. They provide payroll, so it's timely, and they legitimize your business and make it transparent to your employees as well. And they also do loans based on your volume and based on the things that your business is doing. If you need any services like this, please reach out to Alejandra right now. The number is
832-655-3722.
3722. And you don't have email, you just don't use email, so it doesn't really matter. So, guys, you can.
I do use email. It's a little long.
Terribly long.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to spell it. ALEJANDRA, Alejandra, dot Castillo, or Castillo.
Like a castle? Castillo?
Yes, like a castle. CAS, like Sam, TILLO, at getbeyond.com.
Wow, that was all our time. Okay, so thank you very much for being with us, Alejandra. We really appreciate it. And
thank you for having me.
I look forward to seeing you and bringing you back on the show again. This is Dr. Carlos Sanchez with the Hispanic Chamber Connection Radio Show, and we're very thankful that Alejandra was here with us. We will see you again next week. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.
Thanks for checking out this podcast of Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station. If you enjoyed this recording, make sure to check out our past shows online at irlonestar.com or their respective video or podcast formats on YouTube, Google Play, or iTunes. If you have any questions regarding the show, either it being about sponsorships or questions for the host, contact the station manager at dick@irlonestar.com or call the station at 936-647-3776. This show is recorded in downtown Conroe, Texas, at the Lone Star Community Radio Studios, and Lone Star Community Radio reserves all rights to this recording and images.